Hello, folks. Nick and Tom here around the turf. We'd like to welcome our first of many live guest on air, wide receiver 5, Declan Costello.
Dak, how you doing? How you doing?
Thanks for having me. Great show.
So, Deck, you're going into a playoff matchup this weekend. It's not your first.
Nope.
You are familiar with winning a winning team.
Past
Ring.
champion.
What's your role going to be this weekend?
We are building a lengthy, very in-depth offensive game plan as a unit with the Twins, and that is yet to be determined. We don't want to share our secrets with the enemy being Pacha. The game is in 2 days, right? Plenty of time for Pacha to rework a defensive game plan if they knew what we were doing.
So Declan, there actually is rumor mills going around here that you're actually going to be the quarterback of the game on Saturday. Would you address this? Is this some true news? Are you going to be playing quarterback for the first time?
I wouldn't believe everything your ears hear, Nick.
Okay.
You should have known that by now. You've been alive for 26 years, but, gullible is as gullible does.
Okay.
We shall see Saturday when kickoff happens.
Interesting.
That being said, I stick with my spread. Declan has yet to know what my spread for the game is. I stick with it.
Yeah.
I heard it was a lot.
It's a fair stick. It's a fair
We'll
stick.
see.
Yeah, for sure.
Deck, confidence. How are you feeling with your coach, Coach Mo?
So contrary to what the public eye believes, Coach Mo has reeled it in. Sure, there was a bit of a rocky patch for about 18, 19 hours there, but I believe it actually brought our team tighter together. I believe the Twins as a whole, including our ownership, the lovely Barbers themselves, are all in for this
They're
game.
great
It's
Barbers.
a do-or-die game. We are coming in with 100% confidence that around 2:30 p.m. we are going to uncrown Pacha from their undefeated run and come away with the win.
So Declan, so Pacha actually they don't practice. They're going into this game. They actually kind of made a joke out of you guys having to practice for them. They've kind of just showed up and stomped everybody out. What do you think about that? Does that fire you up some more that these guys think they're just going to run all over you?
Well, I think that says more about the joke of a head coach, Richard J. Rinaldi, than it does about the Pacha, team themselves. That guy is, an absolute classless coach. He goes into the huddle to give them his idea for a play or a play call, and they tell him to fuck off. At the end of the day, that's not what you want a head coach to be. You want him to be a leader and also knowledgeable about the game, which that guy just straight up isn't. So it doesn't surprise me they don't practice whatsoever. And, up to this point, maybe they've just had an easy schedule or caught teams on bad days. That, must be what it is.
So with a team like Pacha, I'm going to just kind of bounce off what you said there with Richard. The team doesn't listen to him. I got a scenario for you, okay? Mm-hmm. You're dressed up for game day, got your cleats tied tight, you're stepping out onto the field. Coach Mo benches you. Deck, you're not playing today. Off the field. What do you do next?
Jeez, hard question. So in this scenario, what I would do is respect my coach, respect my elder, and, I'd sit on the bench, sit on the pine, some call it, and maybe hold my head down for a bit, but then I'd get up and cheer my teammates on because I believe in them.
Wow, that's diplomatic.
Yeah, fair.
Some would say.
Very, very diplomatic answer.
So Dak, so Coach Mo was actually trying to trade you to Pedigo in an attempt to get QB1 Kyle Perucci. He didn't want you on his team for his playoff runs. Do you believe that Coach Mo respects you?
I absolutely believe he respects me. With that trade in mind, whether it was true or not, nothing went through, did it?
No.
Interestingly
Interesting
enough,
that nothing went through.
I did get a call from my coach, asking me about trade scenarios, and before anything was hypothetically put through, he did ask for my approval on some of these trades, and me and him agreed on certain things there. So I have no bad blood with Coach Mo.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
with trades. I did get word once. I was at a game. I don't know who I heard it from, but halftime came around. I think your stat line was looking 1 catch, maybe 5 yards, 2 catches, 9 yards, something like that, something low. I heard, and I quote, I'm not going to say where I heard it from.
Okay.
Get me off this fucking team. I want a trade now.
Who must have said that? That's weird.
Any rebuttal?
No, that's something, kind of sounds like what you would say.
I don't play.
He doesn't
anymore.
play. He's not in the league at the moment.
That's true. I
here.
forget sometimes. Next question.
Very, very interesting there. So we're not going to assume you hold any position in this league, but we're going to go back to this trade that was talked about before. You told Coach Mo that you understand what he was going to do to trade you. However, is it true you were telling other sides of this league to not allow that trade to go through so you could still be on a playoff team?
That is nothing but an utter lie and a disgrace to think I would do that to my own coach.
Listen, I'm just talking about what people have told
All
me.
I'm saying is if there is some sort of high committee or board, anything of that nature, there could be receipts in there telling you the opposite of what you might hear.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Officially waiving my contract to the outside, now a free agent.
Okay, guys, we
I
have...
just got handed a cell phone.
That looks like a couple years old. It's weird.
Again, you're going on this loyalty. You're being very loyal to your coach, which, we admire.
But you would love. You want that in a player.
Number one, Mo.
We just got handed a phone, again,
This was-
of Declan in his prime, I would say.
Yeah, in his prime. On
that
Coach Mo's
the
Elks Club team.
Requesting
Last
to be a free agent
last
and
winter.
off the team.
Officially waiving my contract to the outside, now a free agent.
That must
Any
have
rebuttal?
been. Well, that was after the championship where we suffered a tough loss there to Jack Sheehy, and really there I was automatically a free agent because there's the draft and things of that nature. Come on,
Logistics.
Yeah, my contract was only 1 year.
Okay.
Did what I could.
Okay.
Led the league in touchdowns, actually.
Sure.
Yeah.
Funny.
I'd like to look ahead.
Okay.
So after the season, whichever way it may go, I'll wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
What are your expectations for summer ball?
Well, I view this season, stat-wise, I would say it was a down year, in general for
Say
myself.
that again.
It was a down year. I expect to get, come on, I expect to get right back on track. No matter what position I'm playing, I'm going for rings and MVPs. That's it.
We've heard the position thing before.
Yes. Are you actually going to play quarterback next year, or are you just going to play around with everybody again and just waste a position on quarterback when you have no intention to play it?
So, I guess the best of my knowledge, there might be some restructuring done heading into next season with the quarterback position specifically. So that is yet to be determined. I'm not out here to waste a position on a team, though. That's what I'll say to that.
Very fair.
Are you saying that to Mo this year?
No, Mo had a game plan, and it was executed, and unfortunately injuries, kind of plagued the Twins this year
It
at the
has,
quarterback
especially
position.
at the quarterback, but you haven't had a shot at quarterback. Do you believe you should be out there playing quarterback? Do you want to play quarterback?
Listen.
Or are you a fake quarterback? What is it? Do you want to play quarterback? Do you think you could lead a team out there to wins in the quarterback position?
Nicholas Kilmer. I know I could lead a team.
Okay.
That's not a concern of mine. I do what I'm asked to do upon the field by my head coach.
As a team player. Team
I am
player.
a team player through and through. And if I'm called upon, maybe in the playoffs this weekend, maybe in summer ball, I will do my best at whatever given position I'm called upon, except offensive line. I will not play offensive line. Unless I have to for a play or two. But Lincoln, you think I can line up against Lincoln?
Highly unlikely, folks.
Baby Sam,
no,
Highly unlikely,
thank
folks.
you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No.
Very fair. Tom, you have any more questions for Declan?
I guess last one. Let's say, again, scenario based.
Yeah.
Next season, you go out there and you get the nod at QB. Paint me your perfect picture. What do you need to succeed?
Okay, I needed a true wide receiver one. An alpha in the league, a top 5 guy. I need a compatible offensive line, like a prime Country, prime Sarcone, a good offensive line that knows how to block. I need a great slot receiver. And, I need a fast running back. We can hand on the edge, right? We can toss balls too. And overall, I need 40 passing touchdowns, maybe 50 interceptions, but a lot of yards and a lot of scores. That's a perfect season.
I'd like to take the over.
Yeah.
Any players by name?
There's too many to name. I would like to throw to a lot of players. I know you're jawing for me to say a certain guy here. Maybe a guy comes out of retirement.
Maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see.
All right,
All
well,
right, yeah. That seems
You have
like it's
anything
about
else?
it. You have
We'll,
any comments you want to say about the playoffs coming up? Any last words?
Floor is yours.
Twins by a million. We love you, Twins Barbershop. We're on your side, Coach Mo. We're here for you. Ride or die. We're going to win Saturday. Book it. You guys run a perfect show here. I really love all the content. Keep doing your work here.
We appreciate your
We
words,
appreciate
Declan.
that, Declan.
Okay.
Pleasure. You best of luck this weekend.
Love you, BFFL family.
Delusional.